They are tasked with saving your life in an emergency, but they say they need more resources. Now, a proposed Indiana law could help them out. Good evening and thanks for joining us.
Ambulance services in Terre Haute say cost increases are making their jobs more difficult. Now some legislation is heading to Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb's desk. News 10's Blake Dollier tells us how this can keep ambulance services available in the event of an emergency.
Needing an ambulance is never something someone wants, but in the event you do need one, you always count on one showing up. But with increased costs, local ambulance providers say they're going to need a boost to continue providing their services. When you hear the sirens and see the lights coming down the road, someone is usually in need of help. But TransCare Ambulance CEO Russell Farrell says even their services come with a price tag.
You can't start an ambulance for $95, let alone transport and pay all the other expenses that go along with it.
Medicaid reimbursement rates for ambulance service providers that would help TransCare in situations like these haven't been updated since 1976. House Bill 1112 would update those rates so companies like TransCare would get better compensation. That's something Farrell says needs to change so TransCare doesn't find themselves backed into a corner and unable to help those in an emergency.
With the cost of fuel today, as we're all griping about and complaining about, even before that, the cost of fuel, let alone the labor rates that go on to take care of our industry and take care of our employees and do the things that we do, it is many, many, many years past due.
TransCare is the largest ambulance provider in the state of Indiana, and Farrell says he thinks if House Bill 1112 is signed, it could bring his company around $300,000 of support. This is something Indiana Senator John Ford, who sponsored the bill, says he hopes to be able to provide to local ambulance service providers.
This is just one of the steps that we can do to help them and support them in what they're trying to offer our community.
Farrell says this won't cover every expense they have, but he's grateful for the little bit of money they could get.
It's really minuscule money. That's not a complaint. That is just saying that it's a big shot in the arm and we appreciate it, but there's still a lot of work to do.
TransCare says they do expect Governor Holcomb to sign House Bill 1112 into law. They say it's common sense legislation that, if passed, could help Hoosiers in need. Reporting in Terre Haute, Blake Dollier, News 10.